We have some outstanding athletes that play at Florida State. They not only excel at their primary sport, but sometimes they manage to excel at more than one. In this particular instance, having skills in wrestling has paid off for junior linebacker Reggie Northrup.
Florida State's leading tackler Reggie Northrup takes pride in the way he takes down opposing ball carriers.
Oh, I mean, I take a lot of pride in it, I know it's still a skill set that I want to continue to work on, and get better at.
The junior linebacker from Jacksonville, Florida credits some of his tackling prowess to wrestling in high school.
I used to watch like WWE stuff, but I was interested in that other kind of wrestling, the real kind of wrestling, and I just tried it out and I happen to be pretty good at it. Just, your leverage, your hip, makes your hips better, your pad level, you're able to get lower, and being able to just, grab and wrap up and stuff.
Not only was he a two-time Florida State qualifier on the mat, but he immediately saw dividends on the football field.
Wrestling in high school, it took my gameplay to a whole nother level, especially being a linebacker. I go out there in the games and just start doing stuff better, my fundamentals, able to stay low and read stuff.
Usually wrestlers are tough guys. They're very individually, mentally strong guys. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nobody else out there to do it with. It's you and him. And they're usually great grip guys and very strong in their hands. So when they do get their hands on people, they usually tackle very well.
And his teammates certainly noticed the effects as well.
On the field, he's just a wild man, and just he'll run into a brick wall. But I definitely can see the wrestling on the football field.
Reggie's a very low center body gravity guy, being around 6'1", and he's just explosive through the way he tackles. He tackles through the hips and it's just on the rise. And I remember going through camp, he caught me a couple of times going through the hole. My pads were a little bit too high, and I was just like, I would hate to have to hit this guy on a Saturday night when I'm wearing opposite colors.
All I know is he hit hard. I don't know nothing about the wrestling. I just know he's one of the hardest hitters on the team.
Now, thanks to what he learned on the wrestling mat, Northrup can bring even more pain to opponents when he takes them to the ground on the football field, something Seminole fans have come to enjoy a lot from Florida State's leading tackler. Lane Hurt, Seminoles.com.
By the look of the way Reggie handles things on the field, I'd rather not have to face him on a wrestling mat either. And now it's time to go inside the helmet. We'll do it with wide receiver Scooter Hagens.
Inside the Helmet is presented by Nissan.
My name is Jared Hagens. I play wide receiver here at Florida State. I'm a redshirt senior and I'm from Lakeland, Florida. I get that question a lot. It didn't really come from no specific place. When I was born, my grandfather walked to the hospital, picked me up, and was like, "What's up, Scoop?" And that was it. I remember it like it was yesterday. My daddy, I was in my room playing with my little G.I. Joe toys. My daddy walked into the room, he was like, "What you think about football?" And I asked him, what was it? I didn't know nothing about it. I just know it was something on TV that he watched every Sunday. He said, "Do you want to play?" And I just shrugged my shoulders like, "I don't care." So we went, he signed me up, and I had no clue what was going on. I was out there lost. All I know was he was running sprints, running plays, and my mom and my daddy always told me, always go hard and everything you do, try hard. And I was always first in every sprint. I was never last. I was always first in everything we did. And strangely, I was starting in the starting lineup. I played running back, and all our coach did was tell me, "This is the plays, you learn them, and we give you the ball and you run." That's exactly what I did. And I was still lost. I still didn't know the game that much. But after that first season, I asked my mom, I said, "When does sign-ups come around again?" And she told me, she said that ever since then, I always asked her and begged her, "Mom, let me go sign up to play football." And ever since that point on, from I think it was maybe 11, and now from that point on, I fell in love with the game. I was good at basketball in middle school, but once I got to high school and started lifting weights, then it was a different story. After I got to that point in high school, it was just strictly football for me. Oh, and track. I ran track too. Yeah, Odell Hagens, that's my uncle. And I've been knowing him since I was small. I've been coming to football camp here ever since I was in elementary. So I'm really familiar with Florida State University. So it wasn't, something coming into school I was really wild about, because I had always been here every summer. But yeah, ever since then, ever since middle school, I've been coming to football camp here, come up here, staying with my uncle, and it's been a real good experience. Oh, most definitely my mom, yeah, most definitely. I mean, she sacrificed a lot for me and my brothers. She was a single parent, and I walked to the end of the world and back for her. So yeah, that was most definitely my mom was my hero. Being that I was hurt last year, I couldn't, be a part of helping them get that victory, but I was their biggest cheerleader. I was on the sideline cheering them on, and be able to watch them, overcome adversity and prosper through everything that we've been through. It was just it couldn't have been a greater feeling.
Inside the Helmet is presented by Nissan.
When we return to Seminole Sports Magazine, I'll talk with FSU women's head coach Chris Poole as the team gets ready for NCAA tournament play.
Seminole Sports Magazine is brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero. Real Coke taste and 0 calories.